Hey Scott, how do you feel about the Moonville Tunnel?
It's wet.
Really? That's what you got?
That's been so long since I've been there. It's a beautiful place. You should always go visit.
Go like this.
It's a beautiful place. You should always go visit.
There are 4 different ghosts that are contributed to the Moonville Tunnel. They are the engineer, the brakeman, the lavender lady, and the bully. So the first one is the engineer, and he died due to a head-on collision, and it said that he can be seen with a bright light. This type of sighting involves seeing a ghostly figure walking across the tracks and then vanishes. The second one is the brakeman. He fell from the train and died due to drinking too much. It's said that you can see him holding a lantern walking through the tunnel. The lavender lady, it doesn't really look like there's any concrete evidence of what actually happened to her. People have like seen her and she's like fallen from the bridge, and no one has really seen her like land anywhere. The next one is the bully, and he's known to be the town drunk, and he liked to pick fights at the saloon, and his tactic was to get someone in a bear hug. So it sounds like the townspeople kind of ganged up on him and beat him to death. He said to stand above the tunnels and throw pebbles at people. A man named Samuel Coe convinced a man named Cutler to build on his land for free in order to help him move some coal and clay across Cincinnati. And that's how the Moonville Tunnel and the railroad got started. So it was a temporary situation. You know, they built the town. It didn't have a lot of people in it. They kind of knew that. So the people in the town actually stayed there. They worked on the railroad, so that was the families. So it really wasn't meant for anything that was going to be long-standing. I'm hoping directions are better than they used to be.
Well, let's talk about the directions being better than they used to be, because last time we tried to get to this was one of our big ones at the beginning we were all excited about.
Today is the Moonville Tunnel!
What happened?
Well, we found it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it took us a minute, but we found it, and the bridge was out. It was in the middle of summer, and it had rained.
It just rained.
So...
Because that was the problem too, is that we didn't necessarily need the bridge to get to it, but the water was too high.
Yeah, so we couldn't get across. So we had to follow. There were a lot of people there.
Yeah.
I wore flip-flops. Didn't you wear
Which
flip-flops?
I wore flip-flops too, because I think we both ended up taking them off.
Oh God.
Because the mud got too much and it actually started hurting.
Yeah, and it sucked our flip-flops.
Yep, and then the problem with that was that everything stuck to us, so we had fucking like little rocks stuck to us.
And the mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are fucking evil. Oh my God, they're everywhere, Grant. This is fucking ridiculous.
Mosquitoes ate us.
Had a buffet.
Mm-hmm. And so we got all excited about going to this fucking tunnel.
And we said...
Which, I mean, this seems to be a place that people know about.
Go, yeah.
A lot of people know about the Moonville Tunnel.
So we went back to the farm and drank beer. So... Oh, Scott still has to get down.
We are heading back finally.
Yes.
After years and years.
Okay. It was a temporary town. They actually built the town to support the people that came to work on the railroad. Like they built the railroad. There's also a cemetery that is for the people of the town.
Okay.
So hopefully we can find that.
Is that there is a man? Did he fall off the train or did he get hit by the train?
No, he got hit by the train. He was the lantern. He was the guy that he would hold the lantern to, and so the train could see the bridge.
Well, we made it. Where there's a lot of people here.
Yes.
So we're gonna see maybe if it kind of calms down. We're gonna walk around, take some photos first before we actually try to investigate anything, contact anybody.
It's a place where a lot of people go, and it's kind of funny because there's no trail. You literally park and then you go down over this bridge that has the very large chain link fences.
We saw locks on the bridge, like locked as we went up to it, like on the chain link fence. There's a fence so you couldn't fall off the bridge. And I guess this is a place where people can go, couples can go, and put the locks up. I guess the lock means if you and your significant other go to the chain link fence or the bridge and you shut the lock, it means it locks your love in and you guys will be together forever. And people seem to want to do that at the Moonville Tunnel. Which maybe this is how you would get up from the trail that we took. So we successfully made it to the Moonville Tunnel this time. A lot of people here.
A lot of people.
So we're gonna walk through and see if anybody made it to the other side. If not, take some photos, actually take it in this time because we're actually happy to be here.
This is a beautiful day. We made it with no trouble, went across the bridge.
It's nice to actually be here this time. I think I've seen so many photos of this thing and heard so many stories that it's kind of surreal to actually see it. Walking through there, you're worried about other people and you can't take a feeling of what's in there. And that's what I'd like to do, is just kind of hang out in there for a while. And I don't know, thankfully we got lucky with a nice day.
At least we'll be able to take some pictures and look around and maybe explore a little bit and see if we can find the cemetery.
I see something.
What's that?
What the fuck is that? Oh, that's a rock. The weird thing is that you can see the tunnel right when you pull up, so like there's no like surprise moment. You kind of know what you're getting when you get up there. It had been spray painted and graffitied. I'm sure there's a lot of kids around town that hang out there and do stuff they're not supposed to do. But my mission was to find this goddamn town or cemetery. I want to find this damn cemetery. Has to be around here somewhere.
Okay, so we walked all the way down the trail and we came upon some more graffiti and what looks to be like what used to be a bridge. And we didn't see anything that used to be a town or a cemetery. And of course it could be further down, but we can't get to it.
Okay, as we were walking back, I happened to see like a little like cross, like a wooden cross on a log. And I looked
like
over.
A country song.
What, a wooden cross on a log?
Yeah.
And a like blanket looking thing. I don't know what it is. So I don't know if Kelly's gonna go down, but I'm gonna go down and look at this real quick. Go over what way? Oh. Now if there's any people down there, are you going?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I weren't into a fucking spider web.
Look straight ahead. There's like something hanging from that tree. See through the other tree?
You're gonna believe Blake's. I don't even
Yeah, here, I'll go.
No. It's not where it points it out.
Oh, yeah, you came with the wrong dude for that. Maybe my eyes was playing tricks on me.
Maybe.
I saw something hanging from the tree, but now that I'm looking at it, I feel like that the way that it was, I saw this tree right here, and then next to it, there's like one without bark, and it looked like it was something right here. It looked like there's something discolored hanging from it.
Let me go back up there.
Okay.
And I'll try to give you an idea.
I lost Kelly.
Huh?
I lost Kelly. Please don't tell me this is what I was talking about. Please don't tell me this is what I was talking about. We lost the damn cross. It was there. I mean, that's pretty spooky then, right? I don't see anything. All right, I'll come back up. No cemetery. We didn't find the cemetery. We didn't find the town. At one point, I did think I saw like a cross and something hanging in a tree. I don't know how this got so messed up.
We couldn't find any cemetery, and it's really hard to find anything on a map. So I'd like to find someone who's familiar with the area, or maybe a tour guide that could help us find the cemetery.
By the time I got down there, Kelly went with me, and then Kelly went back up to help me look from, the crow's nest. And there was nothing down there. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me, but maybe I just wanted to see something, but I didn't. So after we took the nature trail back, I guess it's a nature trail, it's like a path. It was a dusty path. Kelly decided to see if she could get any type of reading through the spirit box. That wasn't anything.
Do we have anybody from the village that used to be here?
If there is anybody from the village, can you tell us where the cemetery is, or any remains of the village?
Is the village near here? Is the cemetery near here?
No.
Is the Moonville Tunnel really haunted? I heard no.
Yeah, I heard no. Well, that makes no sense then, because if you're here to tell us it's haunted.
Right? You just gave yourself away. Can you say hi? Did that sound like hi?
I didn't hear it, no.
Just like hi. I'm Kelly and this is Grant. What's your name?
You want to try somewhere else? You want me to try it somewhere else? I have the trusty EMF reader. Kelly didn't get much with the spirit box inside the tunnel. So we're gonna try to see if there's any electric. But I mean, it is an old railroad. I don't know, that kind of messed with things at Schrader Road Tunnel. So hoping that doesn't happen with some electricity or anything like that. There might be some wiring in the walls. I have no idea. But see what happens. It does eerily get colder as you get closer to the tunnel. I don't know if that's just tunnels. Seems like I don't know a lot of things. But yeah, I haven't been around many tunnels, so maybe that's just the wind coming through. But yeah, it's a lot colder once you enter, being this close to the tunnel. I walked into the tunnel. I'm on the other side right now. Nothing came off. The EMF, no activity at all. I'm going to walk back through the other way now.
There's a lot of activity that takes place here when no one's looking, so it's just a really cool place, and obviously a hot spot for tourists, or people who I think just like to come and take a hike and enjoy the history. I mean, it's just pretty cool. It's a pretty cool place to visit. I'd recommend it, especially on a nice day.
Especially, it's one that you hear about more often living in Ohio, I feel. Like everybody knows about the Moonville Tunnel, and there's so many. The fact that there's 4 different deaths there, and I think even one as recent as the 1980s. So yeah, of course it's gonna have some lore around it and some crazy things, but not much happened.
I was kind of surprised, but then again, who hangs around a tunnel?
Us?
Yeah.